Hello, hello. Alright, let me just double check. Everything's working. So, pretty sudden, but yeah. Waking up on time and seeing what's going on. Some family obligations. But, yeah. Looks like they don't have they got like a little pre-show with music, but I don't know if they actually have a presentation aspect. So let me do a little check. Testing voice with co-stream. Okay, seems good. So yeah, hopefully the family's a little patient with me doing some of the errands. I guess this might count as a sort of just chatting bit, but not really officially a mukbang, but I haven't. Might eat a little bit. Oh boy, I have to describe every part of it. Call it a proper mukbang. Let me see. It should properly allow me to... Yeah, control audio via OBS. Oh. But yeah, OBS. Ubisoft. I don't play a lot of them, and I think a lot of it is due to, right, like, they have Origin, whereas I use Steam a lot. I think, or is that an entirely different? In any case, yeah, they don't allow you to easily look up games in my library that are made by Ubisoft. There's some filtering options and some store tags, but it doesn't seem to cut down the games that are on display. Weird. And or search through your account details, your purchase history. So yeah. Oh wait, no, is Origin a separate thing? It's just you can buy Ubisoft games. Yeah, gosh, I'm trying to remember all these different launchers and all that. In any case, yeah, that Assassin's Creed. I don't play those a lot. Like, what Ubisoft games have I played? Just, yeah, not Assassin's Creed. A lot of their most notable stuff. So if anything, this is more about me just keeping in touch with news and any kind of announcements, or see where things are going for fans of other games. Is this just gonna be music? Giving just like the stream intros with playing music for 5 to 10 minutes. Here it's a 30-minute head start. I suppose they... See, this is the annoying part of pre-shows and all that with everything else. They don't have to be consistent between companies. So, for some of them, they start introducing games, yeah, 30 minutes beforehand, doing little skits, and there's some early trailers and stuff like that. So, oh, you missed like 4 games being shown off before the official start. And then here, I'm not sure if they're going to play it straight. It's like, no. They are actually only going to start showing things at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, as it says on Summer Game Fest. And everything else is you just essentially listening to hold music. So if I mute it, for me, but OBS says that the co-stream audio is still playing. Huh. Says I should be able to control volume on OBS. Weird. That might be the actual interaction. Ugh. The actual browser interaction, which is pretty fiddly. Do I have to mute both of them? Weird. I guess I should test that. I have a feeling it's going to keep playing it. So if I mute it in my browser on a separate window, I can't hear it anymore. Huh, yeah. So it does keep, OBS does keep capturing the browser audio. What the heck? So then I guess, yeah, it is only when I hit co-stream audio. Yeah. So right now I can still hear it, but now I muted it. Nope, still going through the co-stream. Oh, is that because it's also counting as desktop audio? Why don't they have it so you have to mute two different sources? How odd. Well, let me see if that works. Figuring out technology makes me feel like a boomer. Okay, so if I mute both, desktop and the co-stream audio. Okay, so that's what it takes to mute. So that's what it takes to mute it. Oh, because I guess it makes sense. Because I'm capturing the browser, and I have a separate... Yeah, on my desktop I'm running a larger stream, and then also through OBS I've set up a browser source, so that I literally have to mute two because I'm listening to two. Huh. Okay. Well then what's the point of Twitch's blog telling you how to post stream? Then I might as well just do this the normal way. Or specifically capture a window and not a browser. That probably would work better for me. So that, yeah, so that the audio isn't being doubled. Man, that's pretty dumb. Let me see. So if I set up new window capture, call that co-stream. Sure. And then I fit that to the screen. That should do it. Yep, and I can see space there. It's, yeah, sized a little oddly, I suppose. But yeah, I mean, but that way I can just directly control things. Oh. So yeah. Oh, that was weird. The audio was going over the intro dialogue. Or no. Oh, Assassin's Creed. Surprise, surprise. So yeah, if I'm capturing the window, then you can actually see when I change something there. And it's still not time to go yet, apparently. Might as well fix up a crop.
Welcome to the Ubisoft Forward pre-show. The main show will begin in 15 minutes, but until then, sit back, relax, and enjoy a jam-packed pre-show.
The past year of Rainbow Six Siege has brought some of the most impactful updates in the game's history. We asked top creators from YouTube and Twitch to tell us what they think about Siege
Content.
today.
Siege is a completely different game than it was like 3 years ago. There's way more operators.
There's so many things that you can test out
Okay.
with this new operator.
I think that's sized a
Whether
little
it's
better.
Interactions with the other operators, or maybe the operator just has a cool gun and it's just fun to play.
Zombie specifically, I guess, in the most recent, impactful, defensive, add-on for operators. I fell in love with her. I thought it was cool that you could hide yourself, you could even hide the bomb chassis and convince people that the site that they were supposed to be attacking on wasn't actually there because you had, successfully hidden the bomb.
Most hero shooters dream of having their entire roster essentially be viable operators, and I think Siege has really nailed that.
When I stream Rainbow Six Siege and someone who hasn't played in a long time, they come into stream and I'm playing Emerald Plains and they're like, what is that map? Like, who are you even playing?
We're about to get the rework to consulate, which I think is huge.
Playing around on reworked maps and doing things like replay C4s and pulse scanning from below. Those tactical plays are some of the most satisfying that you ever get in gaming.
Cross progression was awesome. I started on PS4, so I had several years from being one of those veteran year one players under my belt, and so I had all the cool
Shoot
skins
gun.
and
Shoot to
levels,
shoot to
spread
shoot.
all that kind of stuff. So having that suddenly be on
Kinda
my
making
PC
me
account, which I started,
feel silly for
probably 3
even
years
trying this one.
in my journey,
I think the
was
smarter play,
fantastic.
given my
Community has been begging Ubisoft
game
for some
interests
kind of
with
answer to
specifically
the
Dragon's Dogma 2, would
situation.
probably have been to just wait
And I know
for
the mousetrap was a
Capcom,
huge
but
announcement that a lot of console players
kinda feel
were
like
waiting for.
The most groundbreaking thing
it still might be
added to
interesting.
Siege for me was ranked 2.0.
I'm really excited for the changes for the shields. I feel like it's been a long time coming.
I love things like the shooting range, being able to change attachments, switch seamlessly between weapons and operators. It's an amazing change.
Oh, right. If you...
Newest season has just
Yeah.
been released, and a whole lot
It's the thing
more
about
is
at
on
least
the way.
capturing the
So
specific
there's a
browser
lot
source
to
means
be excited for.
at least I can swap
Why not go
between
watch a game in action
windows without it
and see for
messing up,
yourself?
but yeah, the different audio sources was ticking me off a lot more, so just darn, I guess I can't just constantly show my stream key or credit card information. Oh yeah, esports, super cool.
When you experience the adrenaline to play in tournaments, to win tournaments,
I guess probably gonna mute a bit. Well, I might as well eat something,
you know that you can
prep for the rest of the day or whatever.
I feel like moving countries to pursue my dream and career was very difficult at the beginning because I had to left some people behind, in Brazil. But you have to be the best, you have to think that you're the best. There's a pressure of being a team captain because, for example, if I'm not scared to play a match, my team's not gonna be scared, Like on social media, when when people see that, they respect me. Everybody's gonna look up
Feel
to us
disrespectful, like I'm not
oh, a new dynasty, you know,
listening
like
to his motivational
the
story.
forbidden word. I feel we have everything that we need to be the best team in the world. We just have to prove to everyone else. My dream is to win like two big tournaments in a row.
God damn, I'm doing everything the wrong order.
If we lose this game, I win this game.
I
like,
don't
it's my fault.
do eating streams and stuff like this. Okay, so yeah, microphone,
So,
motivational story, esports. I'm probably just gonna not talk until something actually interesting happens, which may very well be not until Capcom.
Certain gaps between the people that make buildings and the people that use buildings, and I think we could use games and virtual spaces as a way of breaking down those boundaries
Okay.
and inviting new audiences to
Now,
participate in
intentionally
architectural
muting,
design. There's
moving
an
around.
important relationship between architecture, urbanism, and video games. An understanding of how real cities are formed, how people behaved in cities, how people gathered in crowds is often very, very helpful in being able to articulate that meaningfully in a fictional world as well.
Video Game Urbanism is the name of our teaching studio. We've been teaching this for a number of years now, working with students to promote the use of game engine technology as an architectural method for design.
We've been gamers since we were young, and I think that really informed, in some way, our decision to become architects, because we've always been really interested by spaces. So Ubisoft approached us to reinterpret one of their games in any way we'd like to.
We were interested in how Unity opens up the city in a new way, rather than just experiencing things from the street, being able to really kind of navigate across the buildings, the rooftops, the facade, interacting with architecture in a different way.
As architects, we're trained to see buildings in a particular way, but a game like Assassin's Creed Unity lets us break that and see the city in a new light.
So when we were researching the game, we found it really interesting to read some of the interviews and some of the material from the developers as to how they approach the design of the architecture, and hearing that, you know, you're facing real virtual problems we also face as architects sometimes was a really interesting insight. We thought it would be really interesting to explore video game architecture using an architectural methodology such as a scaled model.
So we go from the riverside to the old kind of medieval areas of the city where the buildings are much smaller and irregular, through to the larger kind of boulevards.
And we're standing here today in the Bourse de Commerce, which is obviously the highlight of the model here.
We picked the Aloe Blade because we think it was a really good example of a building that's use has changed maybe quite a lot from the game to the present day, even to the fact that it's got a new insertion in it from an architect that we really loved. And
Obviously,
it was a really
I think I
interesting building to
said the
look
same
at.
thing the other day. You have all these different
I
disciplines,
really like the way that games
the
are
art,
totally
assets,
kind of
different parts of the
user-centric
team,
spaces, which is
and here they're
definitely
just doing all this
something
in-depth research, and you know, I think Assassin's Creed has a lot of interesting historical nods, even when they depart in a weird way, but but yeah, like how much of that carries over into the game, how much of that kind of falls to the side. Obviously, you got Red Dead Redemption and stuff like that. Like how much real world versus fantastical, and how much does that, if that contributes enough to the atmosphere. I think it's really cool. It's just like last semester at university, plenty of times where my animation professor was telling the class, like, here's an assignment, you have to doing research, gaining inspiration from something that you then put towards art, whether it's 2D, 3D, or full-blown project like what they were saying. Yeah, creators.
When I found out that Just Dance 2023 has a story mode now.
Things Far Cry 6
Yes.
and how I feel after playing the game.
Support the people who've already made it. It's fine. I'm sure there's something there, but yeah, discoverability, actually making it from a small time to a big time person. I think it's always weird about those programs where it's like, oh no, we'll accept anybody and viewer count or isn't a prerequisite, and any experience level is accepted and stuff like that, but they, just how many people actually get through. I just kind of, I mean, you're applying to a creator program, just like a job application, stuff like that. Like, all these people can compete, and they don't technically have to say they have a requirement for this sort of status, experience, or whatever. But if those are the only ones that make it through, because only a handful out of all the applicants make it, then that requirement is effectively there anyways.
Stay tuned for exclusive reveals on Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, Assassin's Creed Mirage, and the Crew Motorfest, all in 10 minutes.
Love the audience camera straight out of a sports game. Actually poking fun at the open world hijinks, or is it just...
Okay to be scared. I know.
Oh boy, this can be interpreted differently. Oh gosh. The whole calling people an NPC thing? Oh. Okay. Are they a... See, you can partially address it, but then... But see, if somebody truly calls somebody an NPC and believes that they don't have feelings and they aren't a person to begin with, they don't feel they've done anything wrong. Did you think maybe those people have feelings, but to them they're not people?
She ain't got it. Unless it's a blue 8, and then we'd be screwed, son.
Or unless it's a red 7.
Oh shit, she had red?
But yeah, it's like the NPC stuff. I mean, there was a news article several weeks ago, something about a kid calling a guy an NPC or something, and then the kid got stabbed. And obviously that's wrong, but just like, where does that mindset come from? If they're getting it from creators, influencers, and stuff like that, and if they understand, whether they understand or don't understand the context, which means that they're just going around using it. The idea that you're essentially calling somebody a subhuman, or that they don't matter. I'm not going to say that's only happening to children.
I knew I'd been training for this blitz for
because that just makes you sound like a boomer, but no, there's a ton of people who don't consider other people people. It's the whole problem with empathy nowadays anyways. Ah, well, that's... no need to get into all that.
Did he crash into me? Wait, your dance was so amazing, by the way. I want you to know that Ubisoft San Francisco just donated $10,000. I know, right?
What in the fuck? What is happening?
This thing looks like the wide body of the future. What the heck is this? I don't even know what to say. It's like bottoming out as I drive the thing.
Oh, right, that's a thing, I remember.
I think we reached the 50,000 thanks to Assassin's Creed 2.
Really, we did?
Yeah,
oh my god!
Let's reach the goal and call it even. Yeah, that's crazy. Wow, that's we started at like 13,000 something. So yeah, getting to the 15 is insane. That's really insane. Thanks everyone.
The show's about to begin. Get your snacks, get settled. Ready? Let's go!
I mean, are they self-aware enough? I almost should have said it again before it happened. Just how memeable it is. Oh yeah, it's not a Ubisoft award, a game show or showcase or whatever, without the dance, without a dance routine. I guess at least they're sticking with it. They're consistent. I mean, the dancing, I'm glad they're, well, I don't know, I hope they're having fun with it, but of course, it's their job as well, so hopefully they at least enjoy what they're doing. It's just like me and gaming and streaming. These are the just like us, these are the few dancers who applied like, I'm decent at dancing, I enjoy it, but can I make a living off of it? And these are the ones who get the dancing gigs for an award show or something like this. I just feel like the equivalent of this for me with gaming and streaming is when I do if I did a sponsor stream and I had to do one of those, you know, performative fake segments. Like, hey guys, cover me. Moving in. Go, go, go. Right, all the fake team talk or whatever. It's like, Martin, you don't play games like that. So likewise, is this sincere? I don't know, I'm so busy critiquing the Ubisoft dance routines. Like some dance competition or charity thing? Or no, I think it's just, no, it's more of the contest for prize money. Oh gosh, actually it just hit me that that's probably DMCA. Yeah, pop songs. Damn it, it's like a full-on segment. Thanks, Ubisoft. I should have known. Alright, so into actual games. Avatar game? James Cameron, not The Last Airbender. I mean, this seems right up Ubisoft's alley if they're gonna make some sort of open world exploration game.
They took everything from us. From me. I was trained in their ways, their technology, their weapons. Things that a Navi should not know. And then one day, they left.
Hell's Gate is under attack. Evacuate now. Kill all the Navi. Navi children.
But before they did, our teacher
Are we the
saved us
baddies?
and put us to sleep.
This is your only chance to survive.
And there I remained for 15 years. Until one day, I awoke. And I was free. Free to explore my world. Free to decide who I was going to be. Free to discover what I was meant to do.
Now you see what they kept you from. Your true home.
Now Pandora is under attack again.
Don't let the Navi get in our way. Get rid of them.
And I have a choice to make. I choose to protect my home. I was a child of two worlds. I am no longer. I am Navi.
Yeah, that seems par for the Ubisoft course.
Hi there, everyone. I'm Jim Cameron, the creator of Avatar and Avatar: The Way of Water. In developing both of these films, I set out to imagine another world, a world as rich and complex as our own. And we wanted the audience to feel as though they were really on Pandora, to dream with their eyes wide open, and to explore this world with our characters. And it's always been our vision to embrace technology to allow us to find new ways outside the cinema to immerse people in this world. Our friends at Ubisoft share the same ambition, and the team at Massive have been pushing the boundaries of what's possible in games to bring a new corner of Pandora to life. So with Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora, our creative team at Lightstorm has been able to share their insights with Massive's talented team, who are experts in creating living, open worlds. Together, we'll be able to bring players to the Western frontier with new environments, new flora and fauna, new characters, and an original story that coexists with the events of the Avatar films. We can't wait for you to join this adventure, and we look forward to welcoming you back to the world of Avatar once again.
Is this the...
We can't wait for you to join this adventure.
What the heck?
And we look forward to welcoming you back to the world of Avatar.
Oh, weird. Pretty sure I had it set to source. Stream skip and then to reset the source quality. Yeah, did they already have an Avatar game?
The game director. I'm proud to be representing the team behind Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora today, and excited to share a sneak peek of what we've been working on. In this all-new story, you'll set out on a journey of discovery to unravel the mysteries of your past, learn what it means to be Navi, and explore new parts of Pandora on land or together with your trusted Banshee in the air. Our ambition is to create a playground where curiosity is rewarded. This tangible and highly immersive first-person experience will allow you to closely connect to a beautiful open world, touch and interact with it, using your size, your superhuman strength, and your natural agility to gain the upper hand. As the Navi say, Sivako, let's rise to the challenge on December 7th. Until then, we're delighted to show you a glimpse of this adventure. So prepare to lose yourselves in the beauty and the danger of the Western frontier. Thank you.
I mean, I appreciate the themes but I think all of the comparisons to something like Pocahontas or and some others, pretty valid. Directly calling out the exploitation of nature
Welcome to Avatar
corporations, I guess.
Frontiers of Pandora, a first-person action-adventure game that invites you to explore the engaging world of Avatar in an
I think I've only seen the first movie.
I'm Didi Dienfeld, game director, and I'm excited to reveal what's waiting for you on Pandora. The story of our game begins when the RDA expands their operations to the western frontier. John Mercer, one of the leaders of the RDA, abducts you and other Na'vi children from
Voiced by Matt Mercer.
to teach you the ways of humans, hoping to mold you and turn you against your own people. But his plan is interrupted by the Battle of the Hallelujah Mountains, and you are put into emergency cryosleep.
And you wake up in Fallout 4.
15 years later, you are a stranger in your birthplace. Knowing the dangers posed by the RDA, you set out to take them down and look to secure the help of other Na'vi clans. Initially, you're perceived as an outsider, so you have to reconnect with your lost Na'vi heritage to gain their trust. On your adventure, you'll find your own path. as
Farm
you
reputation
discover what it means
points.
to be Na'vi. You'll explore new regions of Pandora, each with their own unique biomes. The Kinglaw Forest is a lush rainforest brimming with life and dense vegetation in the shade of awe-inspiring floating mountains. This is the home of the Aranahe, a clan of peaceful weavers who will guide you on your first hunt and on your first flight. The Aranahe will show you the way to the rookery, where you can bond for life with your very own Ikram. The Ikram is a devoted companion that you can name, feed, and customize. Experiment with acrobatics and feel a rush of adrenaline as you dive from the sky and explore the open world of Pandora from the air. If you travel north, you'll get to the upper plains, an expansive grassland filled with contrasts and open views as far as the eye can see. The nomadic Seswa clan live here in symbiosis with gigantic beasts called Zakru. Earn the clan's trust, and they will teach you the art of riding dire horses. And further west, the mysterious clouded forest, where hidden in the mist, nothing is as it seems.
I can appreciate them trying to differentiate the biomes.
A clan of healers.
Even though these are all essentially variations on lush forest, and being because they're so in touch with nature.
They build facilities of all sizes to exploit resources at any cost, spreading devastating pollution.
Toxic
In the process,
love.
Animals are hurt and poached. You'll need to stop the RDA.
Come on,
from
bring in Tim
ravaging your
Curry.
home. And when you are ready, you will take the fight to them. As a child of two worlds, you can learn to master multiple combat styles. Your powerful instincts allow you to get an overview of the battlefield, mark your enemies, and identify weak points. Traditional Na'vi weapons are versatile and precise. You can use the longbow to hit long-range targets, or the staff sling to set up traps. For a more explosive approach, you can leverage your human training and go for the blast of an assault rifle, a shotgun, or go bigger with the occasional rocket launcher. On foot, you can also rely on your incredible strength to take down amp units. Above the clouds, your Ikran will help you in aerial combat against the RDA. Destroying RDA facilities will have a tangible impact on your world. With the pollution removed, Pandora heals. You will be able to harvest the best quality material again and craft better gear and weapons. You will also find ingredients to cook and make meals to get stronger. As you keep discovering what it truly means to become Na'vi, you'll improve your skills by connecting to Awa through the Tarshu plant and learn from the memories of your ancestors. Skill upgrades can improve many aspects of your character, such as your natural agility to move through the world, your stealth approach when hunting or fighting, or the handling of your weapons and mounts. Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora is a captivating action-adventure game designed to maximize the power of new-gen consoles and PC. You will be able to play the full story campaign in single player or with a friend online in 2-player co-op. We invite you to explore this world of wonder. Become Navi and take down the RDA to protect Pandora.
Again, an optimistic look at natives being able to take down a technologically superior foe with guerrilla tactics, which, I mean, there are aspects of that that are true in the real world, although the end result of imperialism is a little bleaker. You know, games.
Another gun? Oh my. Another one. This feels great. You're all, I got two. Oh my. Oh! The kill streak! I'm going crazy! I'm going X Games mode! You knew it! Yeah, that feels good. That feels good. Oh my shield. What the? Oh my god, brother!
See? Gentle.
Yeah, now I'm using flow right now.
That's a 5-piece.
Oh, this game's fun, man. This game's great.
I'm missing critical damage. What about you?
I'm so excited about this game in general. I mean, I love like the pacing of the game, though. I think like it all just works. You know what I'm saying?
Hello, everyone. Hello. My name is Mark Rubin, executive producer on XDefiant. What you just saw was a collection of live clips and reactions from players streaming our game during our closed beta test in April. And we've been absolutely overwhelmed by the amazing response to our game from players all over the world. Now, for us, community has really been the core of this game's development. And we've had 28 public tests so far, with the recent closed beta being the largest, and of course, the first with no NDA. And throughout all of these tests, we've done our best to listen and respond to the feedback of players. So thank you so much to the more than 1.5 million players who have participated in those tests, and the countless creators and streamers who shared their footage and feedback about XDefiant. Now we're ready to look towards the future. We are currently planning on launching later this summer. But before we do that, we will be holding another test to address some of the feedback from the closed beta. This open session will be available to everyone on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and
don't
S
follow enough
from June 21st
shooter genres,
to June 23rd.
again, beyond Stalker.
This is a short test.
And knowing about
opening it to everyone to get as much feedback
Valorant
as
and
possible on our new netcode,
Fortnite.
our controller tuning,
But
and of course,
yeah,
to stress
I don't know
out the
about
servers as much as possible.
XDefiant's
So if you have not
Twitch
played
presence.
XDefiant yet, this is
Cool,
your
like-
chance. But let's talk about what's going to happen when we launch later this summer. We will start with a 6-week preseason that will have all of our launch content with 14 maps, 5 factions, 24 weapons, and much, much more. We then move into our year 1 content schedule, which is packed with some really exciting content, with 4 brand new meta-changing factions, each with unique characters and skills, 12 new weapons, and 12 new maps. That's 1 new map every month, all inspired by Ubisoft's amazing worlds. and I think you may really be surprised at where we go. Year one is really going to have a lot of great gameplay content, all focused on creating a fun arcade FPS experience. And we are committed to staying true to our community and to strive to make XDefiant the best place to compete and have fun. Now, it's been quite the journey to get to this point. So thank you again to all of the players that supported XDefiant so far. And for everyone who hasn't yet had the chance, we hope to see you in game soon. Thank you.
They're pretty cool, and we know it's a 2D Metroidvania kind of game, so obviously the cinematic, but there's some that's not too far from the action that could be done. As far as Prince of Persia, I've only played the original, not the original. That's the old consoles. But Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time, PS2.
A great action adventure game. Both challenging
that one. That's the original.
Cleverness. It was Prince of Persia. I am Muniradi, game director of Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. Time has come to open a new chapter and to journey in legendary Persia. In an era
so the action's been cool, but yeah, when they say time, I don't think have we seen any time reversal mechanics yet?
The youngest member of a squad of 7 elite warriors, the Immortals. One night, Prince Hassan, sole heir to the throne, is abducted and taken to her hostile and cursed land, Mount Kaf. You and your brothers in arms are sent on a rescue mission to save Prince Hassan. However, this assignment will cast you straight into the lion's den. And it is here that you, Sargon, and the whole kingdom must prepare to face the greatest threat of your lives. This is your story. In Mount Kaf, your destiny awaits.
So yeah, how quickly does it fall apart if you can't be traveling with your team?
Kaf, your mission is clear. Find Prince Hassan and bring him back to Persepolis. However, Mount Kaf becomes a prison full of hostile inhabitants. Now separated from your allies, you discover a grand citadel full of mysteries, where time flows differently.
What is this sorcery?
The past coexists with the future.
Okay, well there you go.
Land exploration is everything. This is a semi-open world that delivers new secrets as you find new powers. But to reach reach new areas, you have to master your skills and your sense of timing. A trademark of Prince of Persia. During this epic journey, you won't be the only one trapped in
What are you
Minecraft.
buying?
Goddess and blacksmith to the gods.
Oh my.
Some dwellers are willing to help you, while others are more reluctant.
So I guess I said all that time stuff, but I can't recall if the even the super pixelated original game had time aspects, because it's mostly about the platforming.
And extremely skillful on the battlefield. Fueled by anger, he constantly puts his life on the line to perform the devastating attacks. Time powers are back.
That didn't happen.
What the hell was that? Not only in your hands. To face such a challenge, master a new side of his time powers. And defy gravity. By combining all
That
these
looks
skills
pretty
together,
smooth.
you can express your creativity.
This presenter is really confident in his product. Pretty good speaking skills. Yes, I know I'm cool. He's doing a good job. I think it's harder to make fun of a guy like this. I'm sure the Twitch chat is still trying. Again, I'm not into the 2D platforming hack and slash, but I mean, that looks good for one of those.
That's just a glimpse of what Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown is all about. I'd like to thank Matrix, who composed the in-game music you are just listening to. And of course, my fantastic team at Ubisoft Montpellier. We cannot wait for you to get your hands on the game. It releases on January 18, 2024 on all platforms. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the show.
That sounds like, yeah, Blood Dragon. Oh my god.
Hi. My name is Adi Shankar. I'm a TV and movie producer. You may know me from the Castlevania animated series on Netflix. Or one of my fan fiction shorts on YouTube. 7 years ago, I got a call from Ubisoft offering me the opportunity to adapt one of their very serious franchises into an anime.
What?
But instead, I came back to them with a crazy concept inspired by the mood of Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. Yeah. This concept used Ubisoft's vast library of characters and remixed them into one delirious anime series that would become this love letter to the 90s. Or at least how I remember the 90s. And to my absolute surprise, Ubisoft said no. Just kidding. They said yes. That's why I'm up here. Come on. This
The next
is the
Edge
story
Runners.
of how the first anime series by Ubisoft was born. Captain Laserhawk, a Blood Dragon remix. This show is many things. It's violent. It's a dystopian fiction in the spirit of the works of Aldous Huxley. It's a spoof. It's a satire. It's dark comedy. It's a love story. And as a descendant of Indian mystics, yeah, I can tell you it's the most philosophically conscious show you've watched in a long time. The series was picked up by Netflix. It was animated by the renegade genius pirates at Bobby Pill's studio. And today, I'm very happy to announce that barring an apocalypse, which may happen, it will be released worldwide later this year. And that's not all. I'm even more excited to share with you an action-packed, Easter egg-filled teaser trailer right now.
You want to be entertained? Don't change the channel.
Was that a rabbit? Or,
Let's do this.
I mean, a lot of it depends on how well they get the campy humor across, but the animation looked pretty nice. Art style's good. I mean, yeah, shooter, MMO, competitive, cooperative aspects. I mean, I talked about The Division yesterday when we were talking about MMOs, guns, RPG elements, bullet sponginess. I guess this is an update. Oh shoot. Right. Is this DMCA? Gosh. Cool pop music. Oh yeah, I guess I brought up Left 4 Dead, but no, the actual shooter multiplayer, I don't know. Another one I played was it Servarium? Which is made by some of the developers from Stalker. And yeah, Servarium had some of the aspects of Stalker, but it was mostly an arena shooter. I think some of the maps were interesting, but I mean, yeah, I was essentially playing Call of Duty, and I didn't really stick with it for very long. Trying to go for currency drops, customizing a character a little bit, but they had a mode where you could explore and have some PvE aspects with trying to get artifacts and stuff, but it was like a limited ticket resource or something. Okay, so it's just gonna be a straight up performance. Is this gonna be DMCA? Their bulk tunes? Lower! Lower! What?
Outcast a kingpin was born upon the sea. There was meant to walk the land of pirates' life for me. Last year winding up the
Oh, the guy that's doing the popping sounds, I think. It looked like he was muted. Or... maybe? I'm hoping he didn't get muted or something. 'Cause it looked like... yeah, there was that bad a while back. People were a lot more into sea shanties, so I wonder how that's still holding up. So the Anno games, I don't think I've played... I might have played a demo of one? Like a 1492 or something? But I can appreciate that as a city builder management game. And then, of course, the Mario Rabbids. Oh my god! Ray, he's finally getting in! Obviously, as somebody who's played a lot of XCOM. I can appreciate the experience that it offered people. And actually making the Rabbids slightly less intolerable. And then seeing people simp over Rabbid waifus in that game was funny. So yeah, that was a big surprise. when I saw how well the XCOM elements worked. The rest of the showcase, For Honor, I think I still have that for free on Steam, but yeah, again, arena stuff, the fighting game mechanics, blocking, parrying, and then of course the driving stuff. The rest of that's fine. I keep forgetting there's so many of these songs that are probably, yeah, modern pop songs. Dang it. Is it just futile at this point? I think that if I did anything, this audio is going to be claimed. Is it safe now? I was gonna do a bit where it's like, I'll do the audio.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, driving, cars, customization.
5 years ago, the Crew 2 took off. Now, each month, millions of thrill seekers, just like you, are enjoying, playing, eager to see what's next. I am Stéphane Bellet, Creative Director of the Crew. Thanks. Hey. Today, at last, it is
He's
my
trying to serenade us over cars.
to introduce the future of the Crew, Motorfest. Our all-new take on the action driving genre, a celebration for car lovers to share and experience car culture fantasy on the beautiful island of Oahu in Hawaii. No matter how you enjoy cars and driving, on your own or with your crew, Motorfest has something for everyone. Motorfest, your portal to a medley of high-octane experiences. You choose how you like to have fun with your cars. This is what Motorfest playlists are all about. Playlists are truly at the heart of Motorfest. Wanna immerse yourself in the most exciting worlds of car culture? Yeah. Dive into the legacy of the world's most influential automakers. Light up the night street racing scene, Japanese style. Unleash the cutting-edge power of electric supercars. And this is just a taste. For the first time ever, we leave the US mainland behind. Our festival has landed in one of the most breathtaking and vibrant places on Earth, Oahu. Let's find out why Oahu is the perfect playground for driving fun. Race through the city street of Honolulu. Barrel up black ash covered slopes. Adventure deep into lush rainforests. Or cruise the dunes at sunset with your friends. Opportunities for fun and challenges are endless. A unique playground like this calls for a profusion of vehicles. Choose and customize your ride with one of the most diverse lineups ever. From past, present, and future. Recognize the latest from Lamborghini? I think so, yeah, I know. You are as thrilled as I am to get behind the wheel of this beauty. Hey,
this
some
presenter.
of you have spent a lot of energy building the perfect
Ooh,
vehicle
you touch my
collection
tra-la-la.
in the Crew 2. In
My
a few
ding ding
weeks,
dong.
you will be able to import your vehicle collection into the Crew Motorfest for free. Thanks. So stay tuned for more news about the collection import and our complete festival program later this month during our summer showcase. Since the beginning of the year, thousands of players have tested the game and given us priceless feedback through the Insider program. Join the party, register now for a closed beta and share with the world your experience in July. From the entire team at Ubisoft Ivory Tower, mahalo, thank you. Welcome to Motorfest. Enjoy the ride.
Jet black hair with blonde ambition, couple cool kids on a late night.
So yeah, that guy's entire, I guess, vibe. He's really passionate about his cars. Yes, you can enjoy cars in many ways. Oh boy. Plug up that exhaust. Don't leave him alone with that car. I'm just, there are people who are really into it the same way I'm into strategy and RPG elements and stuff, I guess. It's it's not for me. Oh, is the music done? Never mind.
Look at me flexing a brand new fit. Flip that switch.
I mean, as soon as he said the playlists are a huge part of it, just like, yeah, of course, all the pop songs, all the cool driving music, radio, in the in-game radio and stuff is going to have these DMCA problems. Okay. Okay. MetaQuest. I don't really play VR. Careful not to jump around your room, of course. I mean, cool for people who have the tech and are into it. Is there anything special about this, the motion sickness? You know, this Assassin's Creed especially has all these crazy movements.
Hi everyone. I hope you enjoyed that first look at this exciting new way to play Assassin's Creed. Coming to MetaQuest this holiday, Assassin's Creed Nexus will push the boundaries of VR and let you become the assassin. You will feel what it means to parkour, fight, and be stealthy in new memories from 3 legendary assassins, Ezio, Cassandra, and Connor. I cannot wait to see our players feel the thrill of virtual reality in the Assassin's Creed universe. But there is more. Nexus is not the only game that will offer new ways to play Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed Codename Jade is our first open-world RPG game on mobile. It will take you to ancient China in a time of intrigue and conspiracy. In this brand new adventure, you'll experience the iconic Assassin's Creed gameplay for free, anywhere, anytime. I am glad to announce that you can register now for the upcoming beta. Here's a glimpse of what you can expect.
Legacy. It's honoring those that came before us, learning from their triumphs and mistakes.
Well, I think a lot of people were saying Assassin's Creed would work well with ninjas and, you know, the Eastern espionage or whatever aesthetic.
Now it's your turn to build on those foundations.
Although I think a lot of people, of course, were envisioning Japan, but China's a large market, of course.
To make your own legacy.
Oh, right, and the other joke was about since it's VR memories, then at least they know that it's going to be those action sequences. But you know, doing VR for the modern day Abstergo stuff would be funny.
Assassin's Creed Mirage is a very special game, designed as an homage to the first titles of the series that many of us fell in love with. Coming October 12th, Assassin's Creed Mirage takes the franchise back to its roots. Sarah, our narrative director for the game, will come on stage to tell you more about Basim and his journey. But before that, let's watch our story trailer.
What are you doing? Don't think.
Time to put my medal on.
Fulas, tell Basim the story of the feather.
Our tradition of the feather comes from Egypt. The feathers of the heron were dipped in the blood of the targets. The feathers forge our paths, remind us of who we are, who we can be.
The Order has held dominion over men and their empires for centuries. Strike quickly and end this.
Swallow your questions, serve without complaint. Who is she to tell you when to strike?
Everything you do serves the hidden ones. That is a strange kind of freedom.
You are not the first to walk the shadows broken. Pour your pain into the Brotherhood.
We are messengers of justice, and not the final judges.
It's another DMCA track. I think some people were wondering if the new Prince of Persia character was going to jump in at the beginning. haven't even played an Assassin's Creed game. I've only watched one of my old high school buddies play it, and I feel like I'm burnt out in
What does it mean to be free? What must be sacrificed in the quest for freedom and justice the hidden ones fiercely pursue? How can you find your path and fulfill your destiny when you don't know who you really are? As he grows from street thief to master assassin, Basim thinks he has found a sense of purpose as a hidden
rat,
one, working in the dark to serve the light. But his nightmarish visions keep haunting him, leading to more questions with no answer. In Baghdad, seeking the truth comes with a price. The capital of the Abbasid Empire, one of the richest, most diverse, and most advanced cities in the world, is at a turning point of its history. Unrest is growing, seeding a revolution against corruption and arbitrary justice, an uprising that will turn the tides of history and change the lives of everyone. Childhood friends, fellow hidden ones, as well as newly formed allies and enemies will shape Basim's adventure. But his horrific visions are the face of a struggle that he can only handle alone. There is a lot to look forward to in Assassin's Creed Mirage, and the best way to make you understand our unique Back to the Roots experience is to show you the game. In the following gameplay walkthrough, we meet Basim right after the assassination of his first main target, as he reports back to Roshan in Harbiya's Assassin Bureau. Enjoy.
God, the rope burn. He doesn't have gloves, does he? Hand coverings? Ah, action heroes.
Alhamdulillah.
Definitely got that street rat feel with him. Pulling down the garbage and kicking up a dust cloud.
Alhamdulillah, a first of many achievements to come, Basim.
We should only hope. There's still much work to do. While our focus was on Al Ghul, Fulov quietly scouted the city for where we could erect more bureaus.
Oh my gosh. Reminds me of Ursula's voice from The Little Mermaid.
Abid and Rebecca have arrived from
yes.
and set off to Al Abyssiya and Karkh. I will make my way to Sharqiya shortly.
And I will join Rebecca in Karkh, where corruption is as common as the arid air. See Abu Jafar about some things he's been working on. Then come find us.
Very distinct voice.
Have a look, Basim. I may have something that is of interest to you.
Resourceful as always. My thanks, Abu Ja'far.
This is the place. What do you see, Enkidu? Let us reconsider the approach. Act as usual.
That guard who likes me said she and Ali's followers are trying to overthrow the prince.
What madness! They will surely fail.
Shit! What? She little bastards!
What? Hey! Who die now?
The sky is safe, my friend. Survey the area, Enkidu. There is my target.
I heard his favorite was a spy, and that could be why we had her locked up.
You learn your play.
It's high noon. What the hell? Instant transmission murdered those guys. Clear power creep. Obviously, subpar performance on the mission. A real gamer would have looted that chest earlier, right? I think he would have shot a dart at that guy's ass. Pretty sure he didn't take the time to loot that one. Otherwise, pretty decent, I guess.
Hello everyone. So first, I want to start by saying thank you to all gamers all around the world. It's thanks to you that we are here today. You are at the heart of everything we do. And to all Ubisoft teams around the world as well, I would like to say a big thank you. Your talent and passion are at the foundation of this fantastic lineup. So I hope you are all excited to explore the amazing playgrounds you have seen today. At Ubisoft, we are creators of worlds. We are also proud to partner with some of the biggest names in entertainment to create original stories in beloved universes. Now, I am very happy to welcome Julian from Ubisoft Massive to give you a first look at Star Wars Outlook and gameplay. So thank you. Julian?
Calm down. Do you want to see gameplay or not? All right. Let's get over the speech and let's get to the gameplay. Star Wars Outlaws takes place in a time of great civil unrest across the galaxy. For some, this is a time of turmoil. For Outlaws, this is a time of opportunity. As a cunning thief, Kay Vess and her companion Nyx fight for survival every single day, relying on their skills and resourcefulness to get by. As they struggle to make ends meet, Kay and Nyx dream of the day that they will finally be free. But while seeking this freedom, Kay unexpectedly becomes one of the galaxy's most wanted. So to free herself from the bounty that follows her, Kay will need to pull off one of the greatest heists the Outer Rim has ever seen.
She's going to steal Constitution.
As they navigate the underworld, caught between criminal syndicates and vicious, ruthless villains, Kay and Nyx will manage their reputation by taking on risky contracts and navigating complex relationships, all whilst avoiding oppressive imperial rule. Kay and Nyx's journey will take them across the galaxy through stunning, varied open-world locations and the wilds of space. One of these locations is Tashara, a moon that features windswept savanna and amberine canyons. Carved into Tashara's striking landscape, the city of Miragana serves as a central hive of scum and villainy. Kay and Nyx will encounter several criminal syndicates that learn that everything is measured in the value of influence, reputation, or cold, hard credits. This presents an abundance of opportunities and dangers for a young, ambitious scoundrel like Kay. On behalf of Massive in Sweden, along with Ubisoft Annecy, Barcelona, Bucharest, Chengdu, Milan, Montpellier, Paris, Shanghai, Toronto, and our amazing team at Lucasfilm Games, it's our privilege to present to you this first ever look at Star Wars Outlaws gameplay. If you're willing to take the risk, the galaxy is full of opportunity. Thank you.
And you pet the axolotl.
All right, Nix. Let's go get paid. That worked.
No slow choke out animation. Kind of nice.
We cannot trust those officers. They take our credits now, but what stops them from stabbing us in the back?
Nix.
Oh my god, is that a dance distract?
Nice one. Hang on tight, little buddy. I was just leaving. Okay, we'll figure this out.
Nice quick draw. I kind of like the panic, everything's gone to shit thing. Sound she has.
Shield. Hey, Nick. Catch.
Not hired gun 4, he was my favorite.
Let's try this out.
Oh, a weapon fetch? Yeah. They're improvised in-universe swearing alternative.
I think that went pretty well, right? These guys don't quit. Hang on. That was close. ND5, I got the package. Where are you?
Waiting for you and Jauntus Hope. Were you seen?
I said I got it. What else matters?
Should I assume we won't be working for the Pikes anytime soon?
Well, they'll probably forgive me.
Comforting.
There's Jauntus Hope. We made it, Nix.
Please tell me that fast drive-by traffic is gonna take out the player one of these times. There's gonna be a Twitch clip of it.
Hey, Andy.
You're late, Kay. Donka's waiting.
What? Are you worried?
No.
Okay.
No, but you Troy.
What?
Be careful. Donka's a broker, not a friend. She can't be trusted.
Who can out here? See you back at the ship.
Round 2 and I still like my odds. K-Vess. Back already.
It's a trap.
I told you she's fresh, but she's good.
Who's this?
Just a friend. Join us.
Job was more complicated than you said, Danka.
You lived. it. Hey, these aren't toys. They're investments.
Wait, we haven't met.
Don't really know many of you.
Stealing illegal contraband, running with syndicates. I could say you're a threat to the Empire. But I won't have to if you're smart.
Thanks, but I'm smart enough to get myself out of trouble.
You pay the tax just like everyone else.
Whoa, kid, let's just relax.
You won't make it off to Shara alive.
Maybe.
All troopers, we have reports of a fugitive in Jaunter's Hope. Move to apprehend.
That Imperial announcement wouldn't be about you, would it?
Could be.
I told you not to trust her.
Not the first time we've outrun the Empire.
Wanted level 5 stars.
We need to leave.
Yeah, no kidding.
I guess that's an auto cutscene until you reach a certain level in the sky. You take control.
Are we good?
Nothing on the sensors yet.
Anybody on the sensors now?
TIE fighters on us.
Got one.
I feel inclined to remind you that we should shake the Empire quickly.
Thanks, I'm working on it.
That debris field looks pretty great. I've only played a bit of Everspace, like a free Everspace 2 deals, or demo. Feels a little like that.
We made it. Hey. Got your new toy.
So, where do we go next?
Anywhere we want.
Interesting. Okay, so I take it that's the show. So, yeah, mix of on foot, skullduggery, and ship combat. I'd have to see, I don't know, the quests, the writing. Nyx continues to be adorable little furry companion. But yeah, I haven't been overly into Star Wars. I'm glad other people are getting some interesting games. But yeah, I don't think anything really stuck out for me here. Just nice to see it and know it somewhat. But Capcom will definitely have something I'm more interested in. Joining the Ubisoft family, doing a rundown of all of it. Yeah, not a lot, not a flurry of games overwhelming you, but each of the games had pretty good segment devoted to them. A little bit more in-depth, which I like. I go in-depth all the time. But yeah, the games themselves were not my thing. And yeah, that kind of tracks with my limited Ubisoft experience. Probably the Mario Rabbids thing is the closest I'd get. But I don't think that's on Steam or anything, right?
Hi, my name is Umberly Gonzalez, and I play Kay Vess in Star Wars Outlaws. Kay Vess is a thief. She's a scoundrel. She's really good at sneaking around. You know, she's charming and she'll like talk to you, but she's already taking all your things. She isn't perfect at it, but she always seems to get away with it.
Kay really finds herself in a bit of a jam. You know, she's got a bounty on her back and is trying to find work. That's when she starts to really realize, I kind of like this underworld business. I kind of like this world, and she's trying to thrive on it.
She has to survive because nobody else will save her unless it's her. The only person that she has is her companion, Nyx. They're not even human, but that is the closest thing she has to feeling a part of something in the world.
What about ND, the droid?
It's kind of an extension of Kay, both in a gameplay sense or a story sense, you know. In gameplay, it allows Kay to do things she never thought possible. And in the story, it's also a way for Kay to kind of sense when something's off or see an opportunity or that kind of thing. Really, they're completely connected.
I love that relationship. I'm so excited for people to meet Nyx because they're gonna fall in love with him too.
Outlaws takes place right between The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, so it's the civil war between the rebellion and the Empire. That has actually created this pocket of opportunity for syndicates and criminal organizations to rise up in that space. We've got the Pikes, we've got the Hutts, we've got a new syndicate that we've crafted for this game called the Ashiga Clan. And
the Yiga Clan.
Phrases we always held on to was this notion of you live and die by your reputation. So it's really exciting for Kay and hopefully for players.
She's so fearless. You'll see her just go for it, and there's no stopping her, even when there's danger involved. Even when there's fear underneath it, she'll never let you see it. Not really.
For a scoundrel story, you know, you really have to ask yourself, when is enough enough? How far is Kay willing to go to land that big score? And those are questions she's going to tackle through the whole story. We worked with Lucas.
Oh no, you're going to have to choose between Nyx and the final score, aren't you?
They were an invaluable partner in helping us create and craft this thing. They were really embracing us with open arms in terms of, hey, we want to focus on the underworld. We want to focus on an outlaw navigating through that space. But we're sort of there to help guide and point out, like, hey, here's an opportunity you might not have looked at, or there's a character you might want to consider. So really, it was a partnership through and through.
I feel like this is one of the biggest, if not the biggest franchise of our lifetime. The themes, like everything has just been a part of our world. And for me and for the world of Star Wars, I know that people are gonna love this game, not just for how amazing the gameplay is, but like the story itself, to see a young girl become a woman and become an outlaw.
What, are you worried?
No.
Umberlee's energy, her humor, her wit, all of that really has kind of helped inform the character. She has a way of jumping between that matinee action, high stakes tone to shifting to really intimate, really personal performances that make you connect to Kate.
Getting to bring my own heart and then mix it in with that confidence and her toughness and her charm and wit, it's really fun. It makes her very endearing, even though she's a very tough person.
You won't make it off to Shara alive.
Maybe.
And yeah, it kind of feels like she was always meant to be Kay. She informs it in every way.
I love bringing a character like this to life, and it's an honor, honestly, to be a part of this world. It's definitely a dream come true, and I'm still doing it. So literally like about to hop and do a scene right now. So it's all just exciting, and I feel now I'm really locked into the character. The team is amazing, and I feel very supported, and I'm happy that they found me because I feel like I was meant to play this
I love the
role.
behind the scenes, the Nyx doll, the puppetry.
Make sure to catch me alongside with some developers and cast members at Comic-Con International this July in San Diego.
Hello and welcome to the Star Wars Outlaws official gameplay walkthrough breakdown. I'm Chastity Vicencio with Ubisoft News, and I'm joined by narrative director Naveed Kavari, creative director Julian Garrity, and game director Matthias Carlson, who are going to give us more information about what we saw in the gameplay walkthrough.
Here we go. And this is our first ever introduction to Nyx.
Nyx is a Merkal, a rare and exotic creature whose home planet still remains a mystery. He's got a very curious personality, as you can see here. He can be a bit stubborn, but he has an incredibly strong bond with Kay and always follows her lead. She's grown up with the Nyx for most of her life. He's not just a pet, he's family.
Good boy.
And here we have Kay. First introduction to a brand new scoundrel in this galaxy.
Kay is a young thief who's found herself on the moon of Tashara, which is a hive of underworld activity.
Alien
She's picked up a
pet
high-risk
species
job to steal a priceless
where you can
mollusk-like object
have a
from
pet grow
lieutenant of
alongside
the
a
Pipe
pet
Syndicate.
from your entire life
She
instead of
grabbed it with the help
them
Nyx.
living a
She's gonna
portion
turn
of your
it in and
lifespan.
some much-needed
You know,
credits.
cool story beats, science fiction and all that.
One of the syndicates that will
So
be
yeah, if
handling
that's
with,
is that essentially
Star
the?
Wars Outlaws. And
Well,
the
no,
folks here are borrowing without
I don't think that's the. That might not be the end of the show.
and, different people and cutting them up.
Got until 6 p.m. EDT for Capcom.
Nyx is more than
But-
just a lovable and fierce companion. Nyx is
Kind of did the everybody on stage clapping
in
and
and of himself.
congratulations stuff.
Saw him push that button from a distance.
This is like a post show
He can attack on
breakdown.
command. He can help you with puzzles. He can help you discover secrets as well. He is very much conceived as a symbiotic part of the player's control over Kate and Nyx. So we're really thinking of them together as a whole.
I was just leaving.
So when we meet Kay in the beginning of the game, she knows her way around the blaster. It's not necessarily her first option or primary tool to solve a problem or a situation. However, as we progress through the game and its many ever more dangerous situation, both Kay and the blaster itself will evolve and improve. And you will soon find it to be a central and very versatile tool for more than just directly taking out enemies.
Okay, we'll figure this out.
Kay's blaster is very meaningful to her. This blaster has a lot of modules that you can discover, upgrade, and apply to the blaster that allow you to deal with situations in radically different ways.
Hey, Nick!
So here I think we have a very good example of the type of role Nyx can play, even in something like a full-on firefight, where that enemy that we took out dropped the gun that he was just about to shoot you with. Nyx can, slink down and retrieve that weapon for you.
Let's try this out!
Dick Ferrick!
Sometimes, best solution is just to get out of there. So ever since we kicked off this project in collaboration with Lucasfilm Games, one of the things that they were passionate about, of course, is authenticity. One of the things we were passionate about is bringing something to the galaxy of Star Wars. And one of the biggest things was this moon, Toshara. And Toshara, we developed, working very closely with Lucasfilm, everything from its vegetation to the wildlife to its deep, rich culture, and all of the activities that we can discover during this trailer, and even more.
These lights don't quit!
One of the key pillars for both Kay the character and for the core gameplay in general in Star Wars Outlaws is what we call a resourceful underdog. Kay is a capable and daring person, and we reflect that in gameplay with you having access to a wide range of actions and abilities, ever growing, of course, as you play through the game.
Capable.
Ranging from stealth to full-on firefights, as we saw here, shooting from, driving your speeder full speed ahead under fire from enemies. We said if we can make the player think like, oh, I can't believe I made it, when they just play through something, it's a success.
Forgive me.
Kay's reputation with the syndicates will play a big role in how she approaches her journey, whether it's the Pikes, Hutts, or others. We had a saying that in the underworld, you live and die by your reputation. As if a job she takes hurts a syndicate, those opportunities aren't available. So her choices play into how she experiences her journey.
There's Jonta's Hope.
This is Jonta's Hope. Jonta's Hope is one of the settlements that we have in the game. So this is a tiny outcrop, an oasis of civilization in these windswept plains. And it usually contains a drinking hole, a cantina, and these are hubs of activity too. So we very much enjoyed developing how it would look and feel and what sort of vibe that cantina would have.
But this is just one of many settlements and cities that Kay will discover across the galaxy. And that includes the capital of Miragana, a city on Toshara filled with corruption and underworld activity.
No.
Okay.
Andy 5 is a BX commando built by the Separatists and battle-hardened during the Clone Wars. Nowadays, though, he serves as kind of an enforcer droid in the underworld. He's partnered with Kay as they attempt to pull off a big, high-risk job. It's the opportunity of a lifetime.
Not a friend. She can't be trusted.
Who can out here? See you back at the ship.
So various jobs and favors for the different characters and factions you encounter. They play an important role in everything from learning new things, actually unlocking equipment and abilities, to managing your precious reputation in the underworld, which is the key to some of the most lucrative opportunities out there. Important note though, something that's key to the fantasy of the free scoundrel lifestyle is that you're never in servitude of anyone. You're making your own choices, carving your own path through this world, making a name for yourself.
Job was more complicated than you said, Dunka.
You lived.
Who she works for, whether it's with syndicates or otherwise, is crucial to creating a reputation for herself. And then how she approaches those syndicates through those choices is going to be key to gaining bigger and better rewards, whether it's for credits or priceless artifacts.
Wait.
So nothing in the underworld is black and white, and we wanted to reflect that in the choices she makes when taking on jobs. This is one example of many. Does she just hand over what was stolen, keep a cut for herself, lie about how the job went down or the intel she learned? It's really left up to her.
In these scenes where we're going to give a choice to the player, and these choices, there is no wrong answer. There's just ways to weave your own story, ways to change, challenge, increase your reputation with certain factions and syndicates, decrease it, gain an advantage or a different perspective on the story too. So we put a lot of effort in giving the player agency over their own trajectory.
Be very careful with what you're promising. Freedom to do anything,
So the Empire
how to
is
shape
at the height of
every
its power reach.
shape the story.
So they're always looming there.
Don't want to go the Telltale route.
But as you can see here, we want to show
And kind of burn
different
players
sides
out
of the Empire and how it intersects with the
on
underworld,
what
and that means
those choices mean.
corruption. Particularly on Tashara, even though it's Imperial run, the local governors and officers lean into corruption and have worked out special arrangements with the syndicates that benefit them.
So this is the wanted system, and the wanted system is something that's going to be ever present within the game. If you are caught or challenge the Empire, you're going to start to get wanted. And if you continue, you persist, and you do even more actions, that wanted level's just going to go up. At the highest levels, the Empire will throw a huge amount of resistance and forces in your way. So that's something that you can play around with, but you're best off trying to avoid as much as possible.
Very important for us in this experience is that there will always be some way for you to de-escalate or escape.
Oh, this is the Trailblazer. Now, if there's one dream that a lot of game developers have, it's to help design a spaceship for Star Wars. And this is our take on that, the Trailblazer.
The Trailblazer is an EML 850 light freighter from the Republic era, but to Kay, this is home. And if you're a scoundrel traveling throughout the galaxy, the first thing you need is a ship. And for Kay, there's none better than the Trailblazer.
So now we're in space, and one of the things that was very precious to us is having this seamless experience of going on foot to your speeder, to your spaceship, out of the atmosphere and into space. And space is a dangerous place, but it's a place full of opportunities too. So we'll be using it for combat, both on an intimate dogfighting level, an epic level with bigger ships, but also for discovery, exploration, and special surprises. It's important to hit those classic, iconic notes of Star Wars to remind players of the era that they're playing in, and the fact that the galaxy is something that is wide, diverse, but iconic at the same time. One of the things that is important for us is that every planet that you will visit in this adventure has a distinct profile, not just a very bespoke story, but also wildlife, an ecosystem, and situations that really radically change from location to location. And space is just another part of that. So we're trying to develop distinct profiles for every single orbital region.
We knew from the start when we sat down thinking about this game that we wanted to offer that full seamless experience. Sitting in a cantina, in a city on a planet surface, jumping on your own speeder, driving to your own ship, and as we just saw, seamlessly flying into space is something that we are incredibly pleased and happy and excited that we're able to actually offer.
We really enjoyed making this, and we can't.
Was kind of wondering,
experience
not sure how much of that is hidden loading screen when the ship takes off versus it simulating, like, that's how much time it would take to get into space at that speed. So either way, that's contributing to that feeling. Fun times.
We really want
want to bring an action platformer and to respect from the beginning the DNA of this brand.
Of course, this new entry could be super modern, super fresh. And I think this is the reunion of those two things. Our expertise in platforming games and our strong desire to be sure that this is a true Prince of Persia game.
Combat system, acrobatic, puzzle, narration. So we knew that because of our experience on Rayman, that we can bring such kind of experience in 2D, but the core experience is a Prince of Persia game.
Sargon is a brand new character in Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. He's the youngest of the Immortals. The Immortals are an elite warrior team. They fought and won many battles together.
Let's go then.
We don't embody the prince. The prince is the one we have to rescue. That's one of the different surprises that you will encounter in The Lost Crown. The Mount Kaf, which is the place where the adventure takes place. There's a
Your
curse.
prince is in another
Time
castle.
Seems to be mixed up, doesn't follow anymore his natural flow. The story that one character will live will be different in terms of timeline than the story of his friend. So sometimes the consequences and the causes are mixed up.
How's that possible? They left not long before us.
The starting point was to immerse ourselves in the Persian culture and legacy, which is so rich. When you learn, you have a strong emotion, and you are amazed. You want to translate that feeling to the players, a feeling of exploring something new. And we get our inspiration from real places, like palace or temple, and even some natural landscape, like the Iranian forest, which is a real forest.
It was really fresh to have a forest in the franchise of Prince of Persia. I think it will surprise the players. And we have also living elements like platforms that ask you to shoot to activate it. We think that for Prince of Persia it's very important to have demanding platforming. We have level designers are very expert of platforming because they worked on Rayman and things like that. And we also try to have gameplay elements that are unique. So like the bells, you have to shoot to reveal platform. When you create this kind of gameplay element, we have a lot of ideas. So you understand that you could do a navigation puzzle, you could do very tricky platforming, and even you could use it in combat. If you have enemies on it, you just have to shoot the bell and let the enemy fall in the spikes, things like that. I think the strength of our game is that we have characters that is really easy to handle, so we can easily mix combat and platforming.
I like to compare everything that is tied to platforming and combat to a music partition. I see a half and quarter and whole everywhere. And that was something that we use a lot for the platforming and combat. You know, the sense of rhythm. Freedom and creativity was the term that were defining the combat system. Everything is tied to a Sargon personality. He's like inventing his own movement. So it was really important to have the same approach between the way he's moving and the way the player can execute their combos.
So back in the days, Sand of Time, I pushed the boundary standards with a nice and smooth animation. So of course, for the Last Crown, we are aiming the highest animation quality as possible. And the goal is to have a really smooth, challenging and responsive gameplay. All the gameplay animation is based on keyframe. Keyframe animation is the way to animate without motion capture. You create everything actually. You just take the puppets, design the line of action, the nice shape of the character and bring it to life. This allows us to masterize the timing and make it more cartoony. If you ask for two actors to grab one by the head and launch it, it's not just possible. So you can create everything with keyframe.
It's really important for us to make sure that this game is modern and respect players' cleverness and autonomy. To be sure that our
yeah, keyframe stuff, just animation. Not sure what program they're using, but seeing the location of the camera relative to the model brought back memories of the semester I just finished.
Sometimes it's obvious, like big gating and the big landmarks. Sometimes it be more subtle. It lets the player discover the consistency of the world and how everything is connected.
What we have developed is a lot of things: a new lore, new characters, a new combat system, a new art direction, a new narration. So it's something very important to say that this team has made a wonderful job on still working hard to bring a top quality game. Very important to talk about them.
Hello, I'm Jean-Luc Salah. I'm the art director of Assassin's Creed Mirage.
Hi there, I'm Stéphane Boudon, creative director on Assassin's Creed Mirage, and today we are going to walk you through our most recent trailer.
Welcome to Baghdad. This is our first glimpse of this vibrant city. We are in the 9th century Middle Ages, and as you can see, it's a dusty and sunny city as expected. But it's also a garden city with a lot of flowers and palm trees.
So Basim is heading back to the bureau. In the way, he stumbled on a specific target he has to kill, so he will take this opportunity to make the assassination. But he will quickly get
So I suppose that anything should be on Capcom?
As you can see, we can already distinguish
Oh, wow.
first regular enemies, which are
Wait,
the
no, that's Street Fighter 6.
The guys in red. You're gonna meet a lot
Right?
of them.
In the game, we encourage you to flee and to vanish. Basim is a glass cannon character, and this scaffolding ingredient is really one of the ways players have to get out tight situation like that.
This is a water city. It's unexpected. Many people think
Huh.
it's just dust and sand.
Summer Game Fest, a website
We can see now
link
corner swings,
doesn't take
good old
you
vibes from
to a
previous AC games. The first
stream
AC
or
games
anything,
we
so
are love letters
yeah,
to, the very first
definitely
one.
not like a timer setup.
And here is a carpet. Because if you don't blink, you can see there is an Assassin's Crest just here. Carpets are part of the world of Mirage. This specific carpet with the Assassin's Crest on it.
So yep,
means
just
you are
add an
very,
hour to
very
mine
close
to
on
get
secret
Eastern
entrance
time.
to an Assassin's Bureau.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah.
So yeah,
So in this
I
scene,
guess
Basim is
when it's
coming
5
back
p.m.
from
my
his first
time,
assignment
it'll be
for
time
killing
for a
one of the main
Capcom
targets of
showcase.
the game.
So
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
First of many achievements to come, Basim.
are interesting. I just
This is one of the historical characters we're going to meet in Assassin's Creed Mirage. Is genius.
So yeah, I
He's
think
a
it'll be
very
3
important
hours
student to
before.
provide you good tools.
There's still much work to do.
For the Capcom
While our focus
stuff.
was on Al Ghul, Fulov quietly
So,
scouted the city for where we could
3
erect more
hours.
I have found dwellings in 3 districts that are most unassuming.
All right.
And Rebecca have arrived from Alamos
So
and
yeah,
set off to Al Amicia and
that's
Gar.
probably good enough for now. I'll probably check on the things I need to do, and I doubtful, but see if I should be able to get back by in about 3 hours. But
Have a look, Basim. I may have something that is of interest to you.
alrighty, do. So yeah, but fun times, cool things to look at, and yeah, I'll just see what I can get done for my family. Keeps asking me to commit to many more things, but all right, yeah, see you in about 3 hours.